Ahoy, mateys. I'm out here in the woods. It's so peaceful. Away from traffic. All I can hear is some birds, some tree frogs. I did hear some peeper frogs, but they got real quiet. But anyways, this is a Captain Jack's Planet moment. As I mentioned earlier today, when I took the video concerning the Tower family, the basically private graveyard that they have with a big memorial. Right after that, I was getting ready to get in the truck. An older guy in pickup truck pulls up. He says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I just took a video." He says, "You're on private property." I said, "Oh, excuse me." He says, "Why'd you park where you're parked?" I said, "Excuse me, I was trying to get my truck off the road. There's plenty of other places to park. You don't need to be parking on my property." I said, "Well, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't see that it was a problem." "Well, it is a problem. Now get out." I said, "Okay, sir, I will. And by the way, I repaired the Veterans Memorial plaque and straightened up your American flag by the monument." He didn't say one other word. He just kind of looked down and drove away. Of course, I did too. I was like, why did that guy get so bent out of shape? I got to thinking about it. In fact, it bugged me for a couple hours. But I got to thinking about it. All right. Scrapper. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a scrapper in the neighborhood. He's stealing our stuff. Now, what if I called myself Captain Jack Recycler? Doesn't sound real romantic, does it? It's so pretty here. Somehow it reminds me out of a scene from, what was that? Lord of the Rings. Don't know why. Just has that almost eerie beauty to it. That's the trail back there that I came in on. At any rate, that's like the third time I've been chased away. A couple years ago, wow, first mosquito of the year for me. I'll probably have a real problem now that I don't drink anymore. They might actually find me tasty with no alcohol in my bloodstream. Or more blood in my alcohol stream. However it might be. So, a couple years ago I was working in Greenville. I usually arrived about 20 minutes early before I had to be on the job site. So I'd stop at Myers and get a cup of coffee, and then I'd go across the street where there was a Hobby Lobby and a Five Below store and a couple other stores I can't even remember. But I mean, they weren't even open yet. This was like 7:30 in the morning. And big empty parking lot. I'd park in the corner of the parking lot, have coffee. And back then I smoked too, so every morning, a cup of coffee and a couple of cigarettes. Now, I didn't throw my cigarettes out. I didn't litter. I don't do that. But one morning, I'd been doing this for a couple of weeks. And one morning, I'm sitting there as usual. This truck rolls up. He says, "What are you doing?" So I'm having a cup of coffee and "You get out of here." I said, "Excuse me?" He says, "You can't be here." I said, "Well, I'm just having a cup." "Get out of here. You're stealing stuff from the dumpsters." I'm like, "I don't even know where your dumpster." He wouldn't even let me talk. I said, "Fine." From then on, I just sat over at Myers and had my coffee. Are people just jealous when they see a pickup truck and a trailer that's full of scrap, perhaps? Have other scrappers given a scrapper like me a bad name? Well, you know, for the people that complain about scrappers, they might ought to rethink it. Not all scrappers are thieves. And number two, just today, God loves me. Padnos loves me. I am now a preferred vendor for Padnos Recycling. Why? Because I bring in clean loads. I don't horse around. I don't break the rules. I help other people. Okay, so what's so special about that? Well, apparently Padnos thinks it's special. I now get paid more for bringing my scrap to them. Maybe it pays to be a scrapper. Okay, mateys. If you're scrapping and you're advertising and you got a trailer full of scrap, be careful where you park. Love you. Fair winds and smiles. I'll talk to you tomorrow. May God bless.